betrayal, emotional drama, entitlement, backstabbing. We have some bridezillas here that went from best friends to less than strangers. Monster. Just wait until you hear these bridezilla stories. Are you ready? Get ready, cause these are
intense.
I, the maid of honor, just found out the bride talked behind my back the entire wedding day, but still had me plan and pay for everything.
Bro.
I was asked to be the maid of honor by a friend of mine who I've had a rocky past with. She doesn't really have anyone close in her life that lasts longer than a few years. And she also changes jobs every few months because she's high conflict and causes drama constantly. Red flag. She thrives off of it. I should have said no, especially knowing this was her and the groom's third engagement so off and on. But I agreed and took everything so seriously. Bridezilla was an understatement. She changed the members of the bridal party 5 times, so I constantly had to track down new people. The bridal shower had to be at this one very specific country club that was expensive. She changed the date of the actual wedding and forgot to tell me for months. It was on a Friday, so I had to request off work. Nothing I bought was good enough and she always requested more and more and more. She changed my dress color after I bought it. She also just stopped talking to me unless it was about the wedding and had no idea what was going on in my personal life. Did she hire you? Because it sounds like she hired a person to do a job, not a friend.
I'll tell you why, because you are a mean girl.
I paid for just about everything because the people she kept inviting in a bridal party were younger than us, early 20s. I'm 27 and the bride is 33 and have no stable income. I have a good job and I'm smart with my money, but even for me it was really difficult. I'm talking about $6,000 on this damn wedding as the maid of honor. And I'm trying to plan my own soon too. Oh, sweetheart. Sweetie, this is... No, why? Don't. No. No. This is getting sad.
I feel sorry for you.
Well, the day of the wedding comes. I make sure she has a bunch of custom gifts, a day off bag. My speech was beautiful, etc. But she was so rude to me the entire day. She has a new BFF she met about 4 months ago before the wedding, and they are attached at the hip. And all she wanted to do was talk to her, but whatever, I was super busy handling everything, so I tried to ignore it. She is so using you. Wedding comes and goes and she leaves to go to the after party with her new BFF, and I stay behind to clean up the entire venue with the help of my boyfriend after, and we go home. There was no staff hired to clean up everything. This was not included in the $6,000. What did she pay for? Did she actually pay for a wedding? Well, I get a call today from her cousin who was also at the wedding party, who I really bonded with over this awful experience. She told me that she didn't want to say anything to me, but she thinks I deserve to know because I'm already buying Christmas gifts for bride and her kids. Oh, you are too nice. Her cousin tells me that every time I left the bridal suite the day of the wedding, the bride would announce to everyone in the room
that she couldn't stand me. I wish she weren't even here. I am so annoying.
She also had a separate group chat with her sisters and cousins and continues to talk shit on me there. No, again, no. Oh, I knew she was using you, but why be so mean? Just use you for the money? What is this?
What on earth is going on here?
Mind you, she just sent me a Christmas list for her kids last week. Everything is already bought and wrapped. No, this woman is... I feel so hurt and so used and honestly really stupid. I blocked her and everything. I don't want to even message her because I know she'll somehow twist it around and make it my fault. Thinking that she would do that to you makes me also probably gaslighting you. She knows you're nice. I mean, you spending $6,000 isn't the smartest idea if she's treating you like this. I mean, I can imagine that you buy her gifts or gifts for the kids for Christmas because maybe you have a good relationship with them or you love them. But this woman, the audacity. Bride talked shit on me the entire wedding and continues to do so, but hasn't said anything to my face and still expects me to buy Christmas gifts for her kids.
The audacity!
I'm seeing a lot of comments saying this is on me for missing and ignoring red flags, and I 100% agree. I should have gone more into the backstory, but it's super complicated and long, so I left it out. I used to be the stepmother of her oldest son, so her ex is also my ex. and he's a huge piece of but that's a story for another day. And I'm extremely bonded to the kiddo. I was in his life from 9 months old. You see, there's a special bond with the kids. But wait, her ex is your ex. I feel some hatred here. She might be using you for the kids because she knows you love her kids so much. I don't feel... No, this doesn't feel right that you both have the same ex.
My spidey sense is tingling.
And she still allowed me to still be involved in his life for the past 4+ years, even after I left the relationship. He's 7 now. So a huge part of me feels this immense, incredible debt to her. And I will always appreciate her keeping me in her son's life. She didn't have to do that, but as my friend, kids aside, she is incredibly selfish and toxic, and I should have made better boundaries and kept my guard up. But wow, it's easier said than done when kids are involved. I really can imagine this. It's easier said than done in some situations. I also meant that I spent $6,000 on bridal shower, bachelorette, gifts, etc. I did not pay for the actual wedding venue itself, okay? I appreciate everyone's advice. I was more or less venting on this post. I know I am not blameless in this, and I definitely let it drag on too long because I was and am scared that once I upset Bridezilla, I lose access to being a part of her children's lives. Man, that's why you were doing this. Okay, then I understand it a bit better. However, I agree that it's not healthy for me to continue to be in contact with her, and her children are better off not seeing me being used as a doormat by their mother. Yeah, true. I blocked her number. I do not plan on interacting with her ever again. Time to move on and focus on my own healing for once. Return everything and flush that horrible woman out of your life ASAP. I would let her know that the Christmas gifts won't be coming and why. I think just to be petty, send her an invoice for the money you wasted on her. Yes, the $6,000 and the Christmas gift. I wouldn't punish the kids because the mother is an asshole, but I would sever all ties with her. So we have an update. Let's see what it is. So this post definitely blew up more than I was expecting, so I wanted to give a quick update. After this happened, a few things that some of you said really stuck with me. I was looking at all of this from the perspective of not wanting to lose access to the children of the bride who I love deeply. But I was not realizing that by allowing their mother to treat me poorly, that I was modeling for the kids how to treat their loved ones. That really was a light bulb moment for me, and I realized I needed to cut ties. I initially told her that I needed space from her because the way she treated me as a friend, which she did not take well. Oh, what a surprise. I had to block her number and delete her off social media to stop her from berating me with texts. What is her problem? She really wants to use you for the money, also for the kids, for herself. Like, she knows you have a soft spot for her son, and that's it. Once I did that, it was insane how much better I felt. I truly did not realize how much energy and time she took out of me every single day. It felt like a literal weight was lifted from my chest, and I wasn't filled with anxiety about whatever drama she'd constantly call, text me about. I had no idea how much she had slowly taken from me across the course of our friendship, and it was like being free of an emotional vampire. However, despite feeling so much better, I still felt that I needed closure regarding the kids, who I do love and miss. I needed to know in my heart that I did everything I could for them to know none of this is their fault. I decided to drop off the presents I already bought at their front doorstep. I left a note letting her know that I was informed she spoke poorly about me and that I simply cannot accept that disrespect anymore. Oh wow, that's a nice one. It was very short and sweet, and I didn't go into much more detail than that. I also told her I had no interest in re-engaging any type of friendship, that this was my closure and I do not want her to contact me further. Okay, fair enough. Apparently, oh god, she immediately took it to social media and began making dozens of posts and TikTok videos denying everything, as well as involving the kids in the videos. This is so sad. Wow. Trash talking me and calling me a narcissist, which is laughable, honestly. And it's her go-to insult for anyone who wrongs her.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
The term narcissist is being used by everyone. Like, are we aware what a narcissist is and how rare it is? Okay, maybe that we are more aware of the types of people that they are or with the mental issues. But let's be honest, not everyone who wronged you or is annoying or doesn't listen to you or gaslighting you isn't per se a narcissist. But that she's making videos with her kids, that says a lot about her. I had friends send me a few in disbelief leave, and while I appreciated being informed, I asked them not to send me anymore because I really don't care and I don't want to give her the satisfaction of knowing I saw any of them. Okay, so it's not hurting you at least. If any of you dealing with a person like this in your lives, get out. Life is so much better without them in it to drag you down. I promise you. Yeah. Someone says, don't let her use the kids to draw you back in. Yeah, keep that in mind. Good for you, OP. You took the high road and found peace of mind. Sorry this happened to you, but it sounds like you're great friend material and you will find more friends who appreciate you. Getting this toxic witch out of your life was the right step. Knowing the additional context of your edits, I understand that it's harder than just walking away from a toxic friends when there's kids involved.
I'm really proud of you.
Bridesmaid burnout. Am I being taken for granted? I have been friends with this bride for over 20 years, so when she asked me and some other bridesmaids to be in her wedding over a year ago, I was honored. But little did I know this would turn into the most frustrating experiences of my life.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
When it came time to shop for her wedding dress, it took a whole day. She didn't find a dress that day, so a few weeks later, we did it all over again. I suggested a fun bonding activity in the afternoon, but she declined, citing an event. Then, surprise! When the boutique asked her to return later that same afternoon, suddenly the event was in the evening. Annoying, but I let it slide. Okay. As the months passed, I barely saw the bride unless it was wedding related. One morning, she invited me over because her and the other bridesmaids were hanging out, only to feel completely unwelcome. Oh no. And within 30 minutes, she basically kicked me out because they had other plans.
No.
I threw myself into planning the bachelorette, a full-on destination weekend. Oh no, that is so much effort. That the bride demanded with 10 of her friends, most of whom I barely know. I also started asking her about the bridal shower, trying to make it special. Instead of excitement, she snapped at me, saying she didn't even care about the shower. Excuse me?
Wait, what?
I reminded her that she was asking us to spend over $1,000 on an event she apparently wasn't looking forward to. What is her problem? As time went on, I noticed something. The bride only reached out when she needed something wedding related. Whenever I suggested hanging out for fun, she always had plans with other friends. Whenever I called or we talked, the conversation was only about her life. I realized she knew nothing about my life because she never asked nor gave me time in our chats to even speak up. It stung. But wait, you guys, you were friends for 20 years, right? So how can she not know anything about your life? How does that work? I mean, I assume before the wedding you spoke, so not really. Overall, this last year of wedding planning has left me feeling extremely stressed and taken for granted. My husband and children are feeling frustrated with the drain this has taken on our family resources and my personal free time. No way, is it that bad? You should never like someone that treats you this way. No, your children and your husband shouldn't have to suffer. Many years ago, the bride used to be a big part of our family, coming to events, supporting my kids and offering to be a part of our lives, but that has changed drastically. What is her problem then suddenly? So what now? I've poured so much time, energy and money into this wedding, all while feeling like a second-class friend. I'm exhausted. At this point, I'm not even sure what to do, but I'm really hurt by this friend. Any and all advice would be greatly appreciated. Is my friend being a bridezilla, or are her expectations reasonable, or am I being too sensitive? Am I somehow in the wrong? What should I do? Feels like something else is going on. If you guys were really good friends, you're friends for 20 years, she was a big part of family events, supporting your kids, what has happened that it changed suddenly? She's mad about something you have done to her, or she feels like you've done something to her but she's not speaking up, and now she's punishing you in this way, which is of course not okay. Whatever happens, she needs to speak up, but it feels like she's punishing you. If you were such good friends for such a long time, what has changed that she's acting the way she is? And you're not even second-class friends. She just doesn't want you there. She's just using you for the wedding, planning.
Because you're greedy, schemy, and selfish.
Sticking your money and energy into it. So, I don't know. Let's see what the comments say. Sunk cost fallacy, dear. Let go and move on. It means it's our nature to see it as a waste if we let go of something after spending time, effort, and money on it. But letting go now means you're saving yourself from further waste. You aren't ending the relationship. She is. It's true. Sometimes we spend so much time and effort and money on something, you feel like you cannot get out because you're already too deep in, but you always can get out. It's always better to get out while you can, because or else you're gonna spend more money and time and effort in it, and you're just gonna sink deeper and deeper, and the damage is gonna be more than it already is. But I still want to know, what is your problem? Why you were such good friends for 20 years and you think something was good, but actually wasn't that good? You were just romanticizing it in your head, and now you realize what a shitty person she actually is and has been all this time. Drop out of the wedding. Yours wouldn't be the first friendship to show its ugly face during a wedding planning. This is no friend. I could never expect these unhinged things from my friends and would be mortified to expect them to spend any money on me at all, let alone their precious time with zero gratitude. This is ridiculous. Don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. This is a good one. I'm writing that down. Yeah, this is like, apparently there's no reason for her acting this way. Why you're still in this wedding? I have asked myself this question and discussed it with my husband. Although he is frustrated, he doesn't think I should throw away a 15 years of friendship.
Why not?
I typically set very good boundaries with people, but the bride has pulled the sympathy card a lot throughout our discussions because she is in a mentally stressful job. We also have mutual friends that I introduced her to, so that can make it complicated. Not making excuses, I just wanted to give some additional context. It isn't 15 years of friendship, is it? Your friendship ended a while ago. She has shown her true colors. Move on. That's a lot of excuses for letting someone treat you poorly. Is this what you find acceptable or want to model for your kids? If your husband or kids were being treated this way, would you excuse it? Yep. I'm not even gonna read further because intense. Mean. Just very mean. If you're interested in more, if you love the Reddit drama, don't forget to subscribe. Bye!